Hello, I'm Ken Carpenter, and this is Invest AI Savvy, where AI powers smart investing. Happy Thursday, April 2nd, 2026. BuzzPulse recommends staying on the sidelines today. The market is under stress, and I want to show you exactly why. That being said, BuzzPulse never stops scanning. If you absolutely had to put money to work today, we still have some picks. Stay with me. Before we start, BuzzPulse is a social intelligence tool. Everything you hear today is data and commentary, not investment advice. And I'm not your financial advisor, so do your own research if you're going to invest your own money. All right, now let's talk about what's happening right now. The VIX is sitting at 26.6, elevated fear territory, and the major indices are all trading lower. SPY is down 0.75%. Q is off 1.4%. QQ is off 1.24%. IWM is down 0.63%. This is a risk-off environment, and the catalyst is clear. President Trump's Wednesday night speech on the Iran conflict reversed yesterday's rally. Brent crude futures spiked back to $108 a barrel overnight after briefly dipping below 100 yesterday. Overseas markets are selling off, and U.S. futures pointed to losses at the open. When fear spikes and geopolitical uncertainty dominates the tape, preservation beats speculation. That's why BuzzPulse is calling for sideline discipline today. That said, we never stop scanning. If you absolutely had to put money to work today, here's where the system sees the most unusual convergence right now. Signal of the day is Rumble, ticker RUM. This is a mid-cap equity in the Russell 2000, and it's showing the highest conviction convergence score in the entire scan. 8 independent layers fired simultaneously. Buzz Surge Z-score is 11.9. That's explosive territory. Momentum is confirmed. Sentiment is positive 50, which is constructive in a session where most assets are struggling. The stock is trading at $5.01. Here's why it matters. The convergence isn't just social noise. The VIX fear contrarian signal triggered, meaning this name is showing unusual strength while the broader market is selling off. There's also a buzz price divergence in play, which tells us social attention is building faster than price action has reflected. Inherent IV rank on options is 0%. Options are historically cheap at the exact moment unusual activity has been detected. That's a rare setup for anyone looking at asymmetric upside. Rumble operates in the digital media and streaming space, and the social conversation is focusing on platform growth and competitive positioning against legacy tech. The risk here is execution and monetization. The business model is still scaling, but if you're hunting for a name that's showing institutional positioning alongside retail buzz in a tape that's punishing everything else, this is BuzzPulse's top pick today. Additional names showing convergence despite market stress, your watch list for when conditions improve, or for those of you who trade the dips. First up is RZLV, ticker symbol for Revolution Acceleration Acquisition. This is a small cap equity in the Russell 2000, trading at $3.13. Z-score is 8.8 with the momentum confirmed. Sentiment is positive 4.3. The greed score is 0.525, which ranks it number 1 among supporting signals today. The catalyst note is vague. Headlines mention volatility without specific directional information, but the data convergence is undeniable. This is a SPOC structure, so the risk is elevated until a definitive business combination is announced. But the social momentum is real, and the price action is holding despite broader market weaknesses. Next is AMC, ticker symbol for AMC Entertainment. Small cap equity trading at $1.03. The Z-score at 8.6 with momentum confirmed. Sentiment is slightly positive at 1.0. The critical detail here is short interest. 22% of the float is sold short. That's a powder keg if sentiment shifts or if a catalyst triggers short covering. The social post flagged by BuzzPulse contains only a symbol and a broken link, so there's no clean narrative driving this. It's a pure positioning data. If you're looking at a squeeze candidate in a deeply shorted name with social attention building, AMC fits this profile. But size accordingly, this is a high risk, high volatility play. Third is BATL, ticker symbol for Battalion Oil. Small cap equity trading at $3.85. Z score at 6.4 with momentum confirmed. Sentiment is positive 4.4. This one showed up in a neutral mention on a recommended stock list with no sentiment context, but the convergence layers tell a different story. With Brent crude back above $100 and a geopolitical risk elevating energy pricing power, Battalion is catching attention as a leverage play on higher oil prices. The risk is balance sheet leverage and operational execution in a volatile commodity environment. But if crude holds these levels, this is a name that could see follow through. Fourth is NASA, ticker symbol for Destiny Tech 100. This is a closed-end fund trading at $26.41. Z score is 12.6, the highest in today's supporting signals. With momentum confirmed, sentiment is positive 4.7. The catalyst is clear. A trader expects strong net asset value and upside potential as underlying SpaceX-related companies grow. This is a synthetic way to get exposure to private space economy names that don't trade publicly yet. The structure is a closed-end fund, so you're paying a premium or discount to net asset value depending on market conditions. But if you believe the SpaceX ecosystem continues to appreciate, this is one of the few ways to get exposure without waiting for an IPO. Fifth and final is DJT, ticker symbol for Trump Media and Technology Group. Mid-cap equity trading at $9.06. I'm Ken Carpenter. This is Invest AI Savvy, and that's the way it is.